Welcome back to Quiet Money Podcast, the number one show for going through the ups and downs of life. Stay tuned. We coming up next. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Quiet Money Podcast. I'm your host, Dex. Quiet Money Podcast. If you haven't joined our show before, it's the number one show for going through the ups and downs of life. I got my co-host with me, my wife, my friend, somebody I'm known forever. I'm always giving her too much love, but that's probably impossible to do. But what's up, babe? How you doing?
Hi, my name is Randi. I'm the co-host of Quiet Money Podcast.
Yeah, hey, I like your hair like that. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
I know you don't like it that much because it's like, you say it's simple and it's like flat and all that.
Yeah,
but
it's cool. I just think that it like,
well,
takes away.
You always like the little short, edgy, low personality type, dramatic sometimes. And, where I come from, sometimes it's like simple and plain. And, I think a lot of girls wear their hair like slick back.
Yeah, my hair's just up in a ponytail, straight.
Yeah, but you look good today.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, your skin is glowing as always. You know what I mean? Like super glowing today.
Well, I'm trying to moisturize,
So what's up? How's everything doing? You good?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm on break. I'm on holiday, so I feel good. But I'm transitioning from being busy doing work stuff, and now I'm doing personal stuff, being busy. But just getting ready for the holidays, been shopping, been getting a couple things for family members, So I'm excited about that. What about you?
Same old.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we had, as usual, an interesting week, you know what I mean? And that always happens with us, with our show too, because we do everything together, you know what I'm saying? So we had some relationship stuff, some family stuff, some holiday stuff, finance stuff, all in the same week, you know what I mean? But with it being holiday season, this is the time that you should be getting excited and, you know what I mean, looking forward to celebrating time with your family, thinking about God's birthday and everything that Christmas is supposed to be about. But it'd be stressful too, you know what I'm saying? Financially, sometimes it'd be a little stressful trying to get everything for everybody, and especially if you got to start late, you know what I'm saying? But I feel better that I've been able to go shopping this week.
Yeah, we went out together.
Yeah, we was able to go shopping, get a little stuff incognito, even with the kids with us. So now I feel better that I have some stuff done. Yeah. You know what I mean? But what else is going on? What's up?
Nothing.
Nothing much?
Nothing. Just reflecting. Back on that word reflecting and just thinking about what I want to do next year. Like what I want to accomplish as a family. I've been pouring positivity into myself because I feel like I've kind of, like my thinking has been on like a lower level. And I haven't been hopeful or just super positive. Like normally I have like a positive outcome on life and we can do it. And
why you think that is?
I think a possibility is I haven't been doing my morning quiet time with the Lord. That's probably like, I've fallen off a little bit. And then I haven't been working out consistently. So there's that again.
Right.
And I feel, I start to feel the disappointment, but then I reflect over like the year I have. Like there was a lot of good times, but there was some bad times too. So just thinking about that and just processing everything, it just has me in this like interesting space. So, but I have noticed, I'm like, okay, I haven't been the most positive. I've been wanting to just relax in the evenings. I haven't, even with work, I haven't been super, I got to do this. I got to get this done by the end of the year, which is actually pretty good because I haven't been as stressed. And then just preparing and thinking about, was taking this part-time job, was it the right thing to do?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about that.
You ain't even started yet then?
No, I start in about 3 weeks.
Okay. All right.
So just thinking about the season I'm getting ready to walk into. So, yeah.
I feel you. Yeah, but I mean, it's that time of the year, like we were saying, where we're going to start reflecting. And a lot of people's going to start thinking about where they thought they was going to be at the beginning of the year versus now and everything that's happened. And if you're being real about life, like we be on our show, every single person that's listening to this has had an up and down in their life this year. It's not always up. Something has happened and you had to navigate through it, work your way through it, rebound, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, with your job, you're not going to know until you get into it. You know what I'm saying? I think you'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? But I think it could be just a little bit of anxiety because it's about to come soon. You know what I'm saying? Maybe.
You know what though?
Because you ain't even started yet. And
yes.
So what's really changed for real?
I know, but then when I get to thinking about it, I'm like, well, if it becomes too much, I can just quit. I can.
Right. Yeah, but why even look at it like that?
Because I like to go through the best case scenario and the worst case scenario.
Right. And the worst case would be like, this ain't working out. But see, here's the thing though. You could do that because you got other things to fall back on. You got other things that's going on. That's your blessing right there.
I know.
So even with this job, like you're doing it out of, we talked about why you ended it, you got extra money with the baby and everything like that. But if it was for real survival and all that, you wouldn't even be thinking like that.
Right.
So that's a blessing for you because you got, all right, well, I'm going to go back to my business and like redirect my time and energy into something else that I'm already got. You know, that's the beautiful thing of owning a business. That's what we did in 2017. It's like, even though we will always critique it and what it should be versus what it is and all that, we have to realize it's something that has been like a consistent in our life, at least for a couple of years now. And it's elevated our quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
Some.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a great thing. Now, obviously, we want to flip all that and make it better. But think about everything we did the last couple of years that the business has supported financially in some way.
Yeah.
And if we didn't have it.
Can I pivot for a second too?
Yeah, for sure.
Just to talk about business. One of our clients yesterday, I was having a conversation, and I just want people who are thinking about entrepreneurship to just listen, because he's talking about going back to work. So I'm like, oh, now we didn't get really deep into conversation.
Right.
But he was talking about going back to the W-2 salary.
So what, if you can, because I know it's, client for sure, you know what I mean? But is it anything you could share, like a little insight in like what's driving them to possibly consider it? Like with you, it's more money. I want to send my son into, school 5 days a week. I see this as an avenue I could get a bag real quick.
Yeah.
And keep my business going. Like that's how you was looking at it, to enhance your life for your son. You know what I'm saying? But what about your client per se? Is it like a money thing? Is it like a...
No, he more so mentioned training and to put him in a better position. So now we hadn't gone into detail. I was just like, oh, okay. And I really didn't want to go into detail. Because on my side, I'm like, hold up, I'm about to lose a client.
Right.
But I always want what's best. And I understand, because I'm like, me, myself, I do something similar.
I do like that about you, because there'd be some people though in that situation that would just tell them advice that's going to lead that person more to staying with us as like a client. Like, nah, you should keep running your business, you're an entrepreneur. Like, nah, realistically, you thought about the same thing too. You've done it. You're like a good person in general. You're going to listen to people. You know what I'm saying? You're going to say, all right, I think this is best for you, even if that means them not being in business with us no more.
Yeah.
And we did that before.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that's dope. Like, but everybody don't be like that.
Yeah.
But we did that before. Like, all right, this ain't actually best for you right now to stay in business with us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we don't be old money driven for real.
For sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But it just got me thinking, like, we've had a couple of people that have actually done the entrepreneurial route and have gone back to work. So it just got me thinking about entrepreneurship and how it's just not easy.
It's not.
It's not easy.
It's not. And it's a lot of benefits in it. You know what I'm saying? But like, it sounds real simple, but you decide, like when you go to work, everything is there for you. Like, it's not like it's a bad thing. Like, don't let anything you listen to tell you that working for somebody is a bad thing. It's not. Because there's so many things that's already been figured out for you that you benefit from. Now, of course, they got more benefit off of you, and that's how it's built and all of that. But don't underestimate what you would have to like recreate to make it happen and make it sustainable. You know what I'm saying? From the initial idea to implementing it in a way that is not going to impact people in a negative way, to making sure that you checked it over and tested it before you even threw it out there, to make sure that you're checking on it after you throw it out there to make sure it's working for people, to make sure while all that's happening, it's actually money being made. You know what I'm saying? There's actually work defined that's going to keep you busy, that's going to make you better, teach you things. You know what I'm saying? Allow you to grow, allow you to advance, allow you to feel a little good about yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Allow you to build relationships because you're in an environment where you work with people. All that's figured out for you already. That person's already had the idea and they come and say, hey, come do this for me. And you could look at it like a lot of people would say and just be like, yo, somebody telling me what to do. I don't work for somebody. I want to work for myself. I want to make my end out. Listen, that's cool. You can make your end hours. You can make your end prices. How do you do it though? Like, how do you go give them the experience and everybody's happy and everything's benefiting and it's on a path to continue to grow where it don't flame out in 2-3 years? Companies do that for you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. People don't understand that. When they hire you today, they already could see the value you would have over time. They figured that out for you. Have you been able to figure that out in your business for real? I know I hadn't. I hire somebody. Did I have a vision for how they could really benefit me over time? No, because I'm still figuring out things myself. It's hard. It's hard, but that's what jobs give you. So I understand 100% why I go back to work. To the simplest thing like serving fast food. The simplest thing, somebody might say serving fast food. You go work as a cashier or a cook in a fast food place. Everything that happens from that transaction from the beginning to the end, all you're doing is executing it. All right, what do people want? It's already up on the screen. They tell you. What's the price? It's already figured out. How the money gets in, already figured out. What to do if they need money back, already figured out. How it needs to be cooked, the temperature, everything's already figured out. Imagine having to do it on your end.
Right.
Imagine if you had to do it on your end. You wake up one day, yo, I want to open a new fast food chain spot. That's dope. All right. What do you do? What's required? It's a whole lot. And that sounds great to say you want to do it, but doing it, and even one thing I appreciate even more is creating it is like the bare minimum, Dan. Like actually, and it's not to undermine it, but like actually getting through it and like opening up on day one and even having the business for a year or so, that's like the beginning. You haven't even experienced nothing yet. Think about us, you know what I'm saying? Like we didn't really learn for like a couple of years. And then we really became like business owners. If you think about it, we like created and be real, but we kind of like created a business in 2017. And then we was employees for a little while. Tried to do the work. We was just figuring it out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But after a couple years, even us doing our YouTube and everything and like stuff we learned, we really like run a business, I think. More you than me, obviously. But it's more of a business. People have defined rules, like the service is defined, the pricing is defined. The way you're using your time is a lot more organized. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. One thing that's very important is not anybody could literally be in business with us now. It's almost like clear as day that you could go down the path of not being a client of ours. That wasn't there before.
Nah, we take anybody.
So, hey, look, that's a little advice right there. Like, when you got your business and everything, like, all right, you think about the business you want and everything. Have you defined what it looks like for the people that come in that you don't want coming through the door? You want to send them down the other path of you need to go somewhere else. I don't think we thought about that at all. Because you don't think like that. You think about getting business. You know what I'm saying? You think about growing. You got no clients. You got time to think about the clients that ain't who you don't want to come. You have none. But you need to know that. You need to know that.
But sometimes you don't really know
until you experience it. Exactly. Nah, here's the thing. It's a lot of layers to it. But like while we was experiencing those things, one thing that's good for us is that we don't owe a lot of money to anybody. We don't owe anybody any money. So imagine if we were going through these experiences, but we actually had to meet like debt payments or something like that. Or we actually had like an investment from somebody. Like we've been able to bump around and grow and go through the bumps because it hasn't really impacted us.
Yeah.
That's a decision you made. It ain't impacted us. Now, if it did impact us financially, like to make mistakes and everything, it might have been tougher than it has been. So we made some good decisions, like using our own money to grow it. You know what I'm saying? Doing it slow, learning from a client or two at a time. You know what I'm saying? And like you said before, pretty much taking our idea and like getting help, which was the thing that I know I weren't doing, but you did that. So you're a great partner for that. But when you got a business too, and this is at any point, is there any one of you, we talked about this a lot, is there any one of you, so at some point, for some reason, you will need to get help from somebody to really make it a business the way that it needs to be. You need to get help.
You pointed that out for me.
Yeah, but
and now that I have great help and a great team behind me, I don't have to work as hard.
But but let's keep it real though. You know why that was a big step that you made for real? Is because you did get help in something that I'm good at too.
Right.
So you went, I don't want to say you went past me, but you kind of said, you know what, I'm going to just make the best decision. You didn't just go get an expert where it was easy for me to be like, oh, okay, they're coming in. I don't know nothing about that. So I welcome them. You pick somebody that does what I do, per se. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now, that wasn't easy, but that was the right decision to make because they can pour into the business what I wasn't doing. And you had to pay for it. Now, that's the result of me. I still work. I still have a job. You know what I'm saying? So as much as and this is another thing for people to think about, but like, are you being realistic on the help you might need based on what you're doing? Like, yeah, you got an idea. Yeah, you got your little side hustle. You want to grow it into a business, but you don't really got the time to do it consistently. So it kind of gives a couple different paths. You either sit there and talk about it forever. And then before you know it, it becomes that idea that you was always talking about and it never came into anything. You know what I'm saying? Or you be unrealistic and you say, I'm going to do it. And you write your little notes down and your little reminders and you listen to your videos, encourage yourself. And then you do it in spurts like me. I come in here and there, your favorite. I need you to pop in right now. I pop in. Hey, we talk about that. But you know what I mean? But then you come in like me where I pop in here and there, but not in a consistent way because I'm still telling myself, oh, I'll do it. I'm the guy. I could do this. I could do that. But the business is being impacted because I'm actually not showing up like that, not consistently. But then you hire somebody that could do that consistently and look where it goes. You know what I'm saying? So be realistic on your own limitations then. It'd be hard because we be wanting to be like everything for everybody. And I know I'm one of them type of people, but it's a strength in sharing and knowing your limitations then. Where you are every moment in your life, there's certain limitations that you have. You know what I'm saying? You 5 years old, you might have a dream of being Michael Jordan, but you can't dunk yet. You got limitations. So all it is a dream, and then it becomes more and more realistic as you get older and you train and you get the physical ability to jump that high. Now you can see, this is possibly, you know what I'm saying? But it's a little harder to believe until you start seeing certain things sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But be realistic. Doesn't mean you give up on the dream. Can't give up on the dream. You 5 years old, you want to be in the NBA, don't ever give up on your dream. You know what I'm saying? But that's at the age where you need so much help to get there. Makes sense. So same with our business, you know what I'm saying? Like we need help. You know what I mean? We need help because it doesn't matter the skill set I have. It mattered the will and how much I was showing up. I wasn't showing up. So that's what matters. Not the skill, it's the will. It's not the ability, it's the consistency. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why Michael Jordan's in the league and George Peanut is at the barbecue talking about how he used to cook guys on the court. You know what I'm saying? And nobody know who George Peanut is besides the guys who was at the court that day. And there's nothing wrong with being George Peanut. Nothing. Had the same ability, but just didn't work the same. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't putting in the work that it took to get to the next level sometimes.
Yeah.
That happens all the time. Now, to that point, as we reflect, I got one huge thing for me next year. And this is just being real. And anybody that knew me knows I'm being real right now. So I'm gonna just be super honest. But next year is gonna be the year where I finally fully match my ability in things. Cause I know that I don't want to be like your boy at the cookout, but I'm on my way there because I have so much ability, but I ain't never put the consistency in. You know what I'm saying? And I've talked about this before, but 90% of my effort or 80% has always gotten me a lot. But I just know that that 20 is going to do something crazy. And that's what I'm going to do next year. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm going to meet my ability with the work that I put in and everything.
Well, I believe in you. And I look forward to seeing it. Yes, I do. I want to see you tackle that loyal layer.
That's what's up. I'm telling you. Hey, so look, anybody that's listening, man, this ain't all about me. This is about you too. Like, it's been plenty years. If you're reflecting this year, things that didn't work out, just look at your ability that you have within yourself and just be honest. Are you matching it with how hard you're working? Because in all honesty, the hard work is supposed to outweigh the ability. You know what I'm saying? That's why the freaking Detroit Pistons beat the Lakers in 2004. That weren't never supposed to happen. Anybody that know basketball, that weren't never supposed to happen. You had ability on one side and you had nobodies on the other side, period. But the work ethic and the way they played as a team, like it was no contest. You know what I mean? They were on every rebound. Defense was crazy. Couldn't do nothing about it. All the ability in the world did nothing. You know what I'm saying? So think about as you get into this year, don't give yourself 10 things that you got to go do and you got to go get and all that. Just be like, yo, in general, what's my ability and how hard am I working doesn't match up. You know what I'm saying? And if it don't, increase the work because the ability is there. And the other thing is sit down in a positive way, give yourself a break and start thinking about how much ability you really have. That's something that people don't do either. Every day when you work for somebody or even if you got family, kids, girlfriend, whatever it is, friends or whatever, you're in these environments where you don't even realize that organically you're being told what you're supposed to be like. You're being told how you're supposed to act, how you're supposed to talk, how you're supposed to move in that situation. Sometimes you got to sit back and be like, yo, who am I? Who am I? We talked about that because when we went in Portugal, I feel different. I'm like a different guy. So who am I? Like, you know what I'm saying? Who am I? Because I know who I am in New York City when I'm busy working for, a big accounting company where I'm got clients all day, 5 days a week, and I got lunch meetings and I got a girlfriend back home. All right, I'm a certain type of person then. But who am I when all of that's going and now I'm sitting on the beach by myself, none of my friends are around, and I'm just sitting there with my thoughts? Am I the same person? Am I still cracking them same jokes that I was cracking in New York at the bar when I'm there by myself? Am I still laughing or am I sad? What's the truth? Because maybe when you was in New York, that environment was bigging you up, making you feel good. So now you're the life of the party, cracking jokes. Everybody's feeding into your emptiness. But then when you're home or you're on that beach by yourself, ain't nothing funny to you. Think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is real and who are you? Go find yourself next year. So that when you're on the beach by yourself, maybe you're there on your phone looking up a little funny clip because you like to laugh. Maybe you're just a person who likes to laugh. That's okay. You should be that way all the time. And you're in New York City and everybody's busy, stressed out. You're the one that's looking to try to find a laugh because that's who you are. And then you take that on the road with you, no matter where you go. But I'm realizing more and more, and this is even for me, just for myself, but like, who am I? I'm not the same all the time. And that's okay. But it's nice to really think about who are you and who do you want to be? You know what I'm saying? So that way you can respond better to the environment you get put in. You know what I'm saying? If not, you just going with the wind with the environment all the time. 1 minute you're this way, 1 minute you're that way. You're around this people, you're this way. You're around this people, you're that way. It's a lot of people that be moving like that. That's why I don't trust people. You know what I'm saying? Because you just watch them and you're like, you're not the same person here that you are over there. And you're not the same person when you go over there. And you're not the same person after somebody's got on your nerves and not like, you're not the same. So I can't trust you. Like, I don't trust all these different situations. That's how I am. I feel like human beings are so limited. That's what they tell us. You know, my favorite story with the apple and everything. The situation was good. You know, God didn't make Adam and he instantly was like, nah, this ain't enough. Nah, that came after he got the beautiful girl that went off and then something had to happen. Like the environment changed. You know what I'm saying? He was cool when he was chilling by himself. You know what I'm saying? Like the environment changed. So now people change. So you can't be surprised. You know what I mean? Your friend is your best friend in the world. Yes. But y'all only had 2 environments so far. School and hanging out after y'all graduated in your early 20s. All right. That's your die hard under 2 environments though. Doesn't mean it's going to change, but it could. You only got 2 environments to base off. School and a couple years after school hanging out, going to the bar together. Now life changed. You got a wife, you got kids. You're not available as much. You got a whole lot of things going on. Maybe that dude goes off, becomes a freaking basketball player. He's on the road all the time. Maybe one of them goes into the church, becomes a pastor, don't want to go out as much as he used to, don't even want to talk about the same things anymore. What happens for the most part? You guys drift apart. Like, doesn't mean you guys wasn't close, but what does it really mean? And how much of yourself should you really give to people when that could happen to you? But it's certain relationships, certain friendships that you don't let that happen to. And that's the small circle. It's only a few though, where you go through the true ups and downs of life and everything. Where 1 minute, you know what I mean, you guys are friends in school, playing soccer on the same soccer team. And 1 minute, you guys are both married and got kids and don't see each other as much, but you know it's all love. It's all good. I got one guy friend like that my whole life that I could say no, it's exactly the same, even though it's changed. You get what I'm saying? I only got one that I could say the friendship is exactly the same, even though all our life and everything has changed. That's hard, you know what I'm saying? But that's what life does. You know what I mean? Up, down with people. You know what I mean? But there's a couple people that you realize are going through those changes with you. You hang on to them super tight and you invest in that. And everybody else, you don't cut them off. I don't believe in all that. You don't cut them off, and it's not about that, but it's investing your time. You know what I'm saying? Into the things that are also investing in you, right? You know what I'm saying? How's your coffee this morning? I'm sorry, you just sitting here.
Yours must be real
must be.
nice.
I just going like, but no, serious. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's what I was reflecting on. And
you know I was letting you go too.
Good.
That's a good 9 minutes right there.
Was it? Just. But it's all good though.
Look, your mind is clear. You've been on break.
But for real, we gotta maximize ourselves next year. Like serious, man.
Oh yeah.
Ability wise, like you have your own ability. Don't rob yourself. I coach. I say that all the time. I gotta take my own advice. You know what I'm saying? Don't cheat yourself. I tell my team, don't cheat yourself. You guys are so good. Don't talk to each other the wrong way. Don't walk when you know you can run. Don't cheat yourself. You're not cheating anybody else but yourself. But I can't cheat myself. You can't cheat yourself. We can't sit here knowing that we could dunk on guys and don't put the work in to go dunk on the best players in the world. We can't sit here knowing we got this ability to, we're definitely doing bigger things now, like taking risk and everything, but we can't sit on the conversations we're here. We can't sit on the things that your mama said and we just can't sit on it.
Yeah.
And not try, because that's all we're doing is trying. Think about it. But it's like, it already feels successful because it's like, you're not got that thing just sitting there and you're not trying to take action on it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And even if I don't understand, just referring to the podcast, like understanding what the stats mean and stuff, it does feel good to see that people are listening.
Yeah, you know? What, 10 countries
10
or something?
10 countries. I'm like,
that's kind of cool.
That's kind of, yeah. And
humble beginnings.
The thing is, though, like you said, we're just trying.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of feels good to see that type of feedback.
Feedback. I ain't never heard you say that before.
I sound like you.
You sound like me, but I don't even sound like me when I say that. So that's not good.
Oh yeah, the feedback.
The feedback. I know. Terrible, yeah. Terrible. But that's just what I was. But I'm thankful for the friends I have, real friendships that I have. You know what I'm saying? And that definitely benefited me in my life, the real friends that I've had. You know what I mean? And looking back and seeing how I've grown with friends, and especially with you, and just getting through things has been good, and some things that I thought would be a certain way weren't. But I'm okay with that in general. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, the thing is, it's like when you become okay with what is happening with life, you could like experience everything. So you could see the friends that you thought you was gonna talk as much and you don't or whatever, and it's love. You could be happy for them. You see they got businesses, you could show them love online. You don't feel no way. Like it just, you know what I'm saying? I really like that where I'm about myself. I see quite a few of my friends or even some of my cousins that got like businesses now, posting stuff, podcasts and stuff. I don't know how people begin in the comments going crazy and not sharing love, because I be looking at it like, yo, this is my friend I just knew from way back. No matter how tight we were, look at you now. You got a business. Look at you now. You got a podcast. I'm going to show love. That's just how I feel. Just because I'm like, this person is changing and trying things. Why not celebrate that? You know what I'm saying? Why not be happy just because you knew the person back in the day and, oh, they're trying to rap now. All right, cool. You ain't got to go to their rap concert per se if it's not for you. But like, that's dope. You see what I'm saying? Like in general, people got the wrong thing. They'll look at it and the first thing they'll be like, she thinks shit sense. I hate that. It's like natural envy, but why? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, 1 minute y'all was in the sandbox. Now this person's got a podcast. That's dope. Congratulations. Like, but people can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that inner, if it's not happening for me, I just can't be. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's just a general thing, but I know that that's how it is. So like when we're growing this, like when we had our YouTube channel, I think I was more back then wanting it to be embraced. Mm-hmm. Like from people I know. I wanted it to be embraced. That was my thing. Like, oh, you should embrace this. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't think like that at all. I don't want anybody to embrace anything I do because they know me. Right. I want you to like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want you to come be a part of the community and actually share things that's going on in your life and actually help people, because that's what I'm doing. And if not, why would you want it? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you even care? Just because they know you, they like, okay. But I would want you to watch something you like. You know what I'm saying? And for people to authentically be a part of something that is big for us. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know, that'd be dope.
I'm okay with people embracing it though, because they know me and love me.
Of course.
But I mean, there's going to be a different level of like dedication. Yeah. Like there'll be like people who listen to check in, see what's going on. Then there'll be people that really, really listen to check in to just see what's really going on. But hopefully it'll help impact like the way that they actually think or the way that they're living, or just encourage them to, you know, be different, think different.
What we've done, being married and everything we've been through and everything it's been a lot. So sometimes I don't give us enough credit. I know I don't give myself enough credit, but like, if you really think, even from the first day we got married to now, and like how much we're experienced where it comes to just being able to give advice to like our family members even, or advice we've received, decisions were made that ain't been the right decision. The intention was right. The outcome was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Things that we had to do, but we still made it through. I feel like that's why we're in this point where we could give advice, because we continue to like make it through things. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Which is dope.
Do you think that counseling has played a big part in that?
Depends how you say big. Nah.
You ain't
look, all right. Look. Nah. I give credit to that. Let me tell you something. Let me give y'all something real. Counseling, it ain't nothing wrong with counseling for men. It ain't. It's serious. You want to know why? Because, and I know you about to jump all over because I'm supposed to be again and I ain't getting whatever. Listen, men in general, for the most part, and a lot of us are not put in environments where we have to communicate how we feel. Like, it's just not, it doesn't happen as much as women. Whether it's the type of father you got, whether it's just the whole thing of being a man in general, whether it's just about how men embrace each other, how men communicate with each other. Like, women are a little bit more vocal. Women are a little bit more active and just like, this is how I feel, and sharing how they feel. It's like what women do for the most part. If you have a general thought, women will share how they feel in the most part, and guys don't. You know what I'm saying? But for me, you know, what's happened, one of the things that helped me the most with counseling was changing my mentality on how I was looking at where I was at. So like, I'm from Birmingham, you know what I mean? I'm from Bermuda, so that's my home. We talked about this, but that's my home. I'm proud Bermudian, you know what I mean? That's my home. But every time I was saying that, the counselor let me know that I was doing something mentally that I wasn't aware of. And what he was saying was that I was always holding Birmingham, which is fine, above the experience that I was having out here with you and the family that I was creating and everything like that. So he was like, every time that you say, oh, I'm going back home, I'm going back home, I'm going back home, it's like you're going back to something that's a little bit better away from what you have now. But he says, is that your home? What makes a home? And we started chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? He's like, it's a home where you was born. He said, that's where you was born. But like, what makes a home? And he started talking to me about it. And he was like, you know, when you come home from night, he's like, you come in from work. I don't even know if I told you details, but he said, when you come home from work, you walk into a house and somebody's waiting there to love you. Somebody's waiting there to talk to you. Somebody's waiting there to like spend time with you. And before the night's over, you've had like this experience and now you feel comfortable and safe and now you're ready to go to bed. And he said, that's your home. He said, everywhere that you have that becomes your home because that's what's giving you your peace every day. Where you're laying your head, where you're feeling good about yourself, where you're feeling good about life. Like that's your home. And he says, you have a home out here. And you need to say that you are home, being here with you and Mariah at the time. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, change how you talk about being out here in America. And start calling this your home. And then you could say, oh, I'm going back to, you know, my homeland or whatever. Like, it's fine to say that, but don't keep saying, oh, you're out here, you're out here, you're out here. You're not claiming that this is your home. And this is your home. And it's true because now I don't even want to say that I have Birmingham is always my home. You know what I mean? I'm a Bermudian, like it's my home, but I recognize that my home really is not even a place. That's what he did for me, yo. My home ain't a place at all. These walls ain't nothing. They don't mean nothing. None of that, your house, your roof, your door, none of that means nothing because as soon as somebody's dead, like my granny who's up on the wall, I don't even like going back to that house because it don't feel the same. My home's been broken. My grannies are not there no more. So it's just a void of what I used to have. And the house is still there looking exactly how it did before. But my home is gone. My grannies are gone. That was my home. Sitting with my granny, eating little squirt freaking frozen pizzas, eating lettuce and tomato with sugar on it, watching freaking Well Saved by the Bell with my granny. That was my home. We could have took that to the beach, and the beach would have been my home, you know? That's what home is, and that's what he was showing me. So yes, I was with you and Mariah, and that was my home. And now I recognize it because now, all these years later, we go to a trip to Jersey and now all of a sudden the hotel room's my home for the night. That's my home. In that very moment, I got a new home because I took my home on the road. There's no home that stays still. That's not what home really is. And he showed me that. You feel me? What you have is a house. That's what you have, a house. You have a property, but that ain't got nothing to do with being home or not. It don't. It doesn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Bermuda. You take all the Bermudians out of Bermuda, everybody I know and love, and they got to relocate to another country in some type of treaty crazy deal or something stupid. And now all of a sudden it's people from another country that populated Bermuda. Bermuda ain't my home no more. I'm not going back. Straight up. I have no reason to go back anymore. Why not? That's my home though. Same land, same water, same everything, but it's not my home anymore. It would mean nothing. You see? That's not what life is. That's why all this stuff don't mean nothing. It doesn't mean anything. That's why you can go for it in a quiet money way with free and peace. Because it's all bonus. But the way people's got it backwards is they think all of that is the actual money. But it's not. That's the bonus. Being able to go out there and get money and get cars and, you know what I mean, get properties and everything. That's like bonus. But that's not what makes you rich in life. That's not what gives you a home. That's not what gives you the feeling of being great. Like, it's none of those things. It's the simple things. Serious. It's
Are you good with yourself when you're alone? And there's a couple people that you choose to keep with you all the time. How do you feel with that? That's your hand. So yes, to answer your question, counseling did a lot for me. That's the first thing it did. It showed me how to look at things the right way. And it's stuck with me ever since. And your boy passed away. But that's what he left me for my life. That one piece of advice. And we talked about other things, but I don't remember nothing else. Because that was the piece that I needed to realize, like, that's how I'm supposed to be looking at life. And even though he was talking about you, it did more for me than that. Because I'm very present in everything I'm doing. And I recognize what my home is and not. That's why when you say you want to move, I can move. It don't mean nothing. I'll look at the pictures of the memories of these walls and everything, but it don't mean nothing. Not for real. You know what I'm saying? We get up every day. We was talking about we want to make coffee. It's not the same. You know what I'm saying? Certain things will change because it's not about the house at all. You know what I'm saying? So from Burmy, that's my home forever. But I made a home out here and I had to claim that. And claiming it mentally was a great thing for me. You know what I'm saying? If you claim things mentally for what they are, you can truly experience the best of it. You know what I'm saying? We've been seeing that too with like mentally. Are you mentally there? You know what I'm saying? And then if you're mentally there, you can reap all the rewards and benefit and everything. But if you're not mentally right with it, it don't matter what's actually happening around you. You don't see it, right? You don't see it. You got to get the mind's got to be right. That's why mindset is important, like very. Because the mind is going to help you receive the facts around you the right way. It's not about the facts around you. That's why the facts around you could change. And like my granny was, you could still be happy with everything. As the facts around you change, 1 minute you got 100,000, next minute you got 2,000. 1 minute you got 2 houses, next minute your wife was cheating with the trainer that you paid for, and now you got to give her a house anyway. All right, but how do you feel about yourself through all that? Maybe that doesn't have to change because all of that was bonus anyway. That's what I hope me and you stick with. Me and you made a podcast out of our closet. You know what I'm saying? And we enjoy talking to each other doing that. And if one day, all of a sudden we millionaires and there's a whole bunch of people watching us talk, that don't change the conversation with me and you. Other people just get to be a part of it now. That's what I want. Because if it wasn't like that, then I would be giving my riches away. I ain't gonna do that for no money. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather keep my riches and get the money, but not give my riches away, which is what a lot of people do. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how it go. You know what I mean? But hey yo, I am rapping this morning, yo. I'm sorry, Don. Hey, how long we been good? Can we? I'm sorry. We almost at time. I'm sorry. No, but you know what I mean? For real. My coffee probably all cold and everything. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, as you reflect on this year, let's go meet our ability next year. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is.
I think we should write it down. We haven't.
All right.
We haven't done it in a while. Like just written down things and set some goals,
right,
and steps to get to them. I want to stack some money. We spent a lot of money in 2023.
I have a feeling we're gonna double back and do it again
because we had so much fun.
Why not? Hey, we had a good time. You know what I'm saying?
But I do want to stack.
What we stacking for?
We need to re-up our emergency fund. So, and a house. 2024.
But we already got a home though.
I know. I said a house. A property.
Yeah, for real.
We could really use some more space.
Yeah. But see,
and I think it's small.
I know. And you know what? To that point, this is what I need to get comfortable with. And this is more advice for people. You know what I'm saying? But you're in a certain state in your life and you might look at it as small. You know what I'm saying? And you got a certain car and you want your Toyota Corolla to turn into a freaking Bentley next. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you're working so hard. You want that apartment that you're in to now turn into a megaplex because you made it. Like, that can happen. That can happen. That's what I want. That's what I want. Like, because I feel like, yo, I've been working so hard. I'm at an age now where it's like, I'm not going to just buy another truck, like a nice freaking, I don't know, what, like a nice middle range type vehicle or something like that. You know, 40, 50 grand, 60 grand. All right, nice. It's nice. I don't want nice. Like I don't want nice. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be like, oh, you know what I mean? Is that the new Mazda Jeep? Like, oh, that's nice. Why would I want that? Like I want luxury now. But my point is that it's okay to take where you're at. And if I was to not do that, I would be not even taking my own advice, which is like, what's really meant for me is probably right there at this moment. So if I want to improve our life, maybe we can go to that mansion next, and maybe the next car can be the BMW or whatever. I don't know my cars, so there's probably so many better nice cars I could be saying. You know what I'm saying? But maybe it's okay to be like, yo, I don't need to go to that step next. I don't have it yet. But I don't need to sit here and my car already radio don't work and you could hear the air coming through the back because it ain't got no insulation anymore. You know what I'm saying? And the whole car's whistling and I've got the baby in the car getting cold and they're like, maybe I don't have to live like that. I can improve in the meantime.
Yeah, you can improve.
You know what I'm saying? That's all right.
And then when you make that move, it's a drastic move, but you are in the right place to be able to do it.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm gonna open my mind more to letting us to be a little bit more quote unquote luxurious or a little bit like treat ourselves better now than waiting for it to be that huge big jump. You know what I'm saying? Because we do need some things. You know what I'm saying?
We should start looking at cars now, though.
We should.
So,
but you're gonna be the one that gets the car, though.
I still don't want no note, though.
Nah.
And I still go back and forth wondering, like, maybe, because I thought about it, and I'm like, well, maybe paying cash for a car was not the best thing, because we took a lump sum of money and put it on a car. But then I started thinking, well, maybe that's why I have so much financial peace, because every month there's no car payment. So
yeah. So how do you feel about that decision now?
Well, as I start to think about a new car, and I don't have the cash to drop to pay cash on a new car, so I started to think about what's that note gonna look like. And from what I'm hearing, the notes don't look like what they used to look like because the interest rates are higher. So I'm like, even the thought of paying $300, which would be low, $400 would be low. Every month, I'm like, I think I could think about so many better things I could do with that.
Yeah. And you know what? Now that we've not had a car note for so long and the way we think now, I don't think we really would be able to sign on the line and do that again. Right. I think that part of our life is gone.
Somebody be like, yeah, $700 a month.
I think that part of our life is gone.
Excuse me?
Serious. and the thing is, we've been looking at it that way for so long, and what's been really giving us like excitement and stuff is like traveling and doing other things. So I don't think it's going to be enough of I have to have that to sign up for $700 a month.
Yeah. So
because we could have did it the day we got the truck. Like we had temptation right there, remember?
Yes.
When we went to buy the truck cash, it was literally the decision that we was making in the office with us. And the way, quote unquote, better decision was in the garage right through the door. You could see it. A brand new truck that was like 50, 60 grand nice. And here we were about to give away cash for some rinky, Toyota from 2012. From 2012.
It's actually 2010.
2010. That's what I'm saying. 2010, and the one that was there was definitely a current year. I don't remember what it was, 2021 maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it was new.
Yeah, it was new. But we looked at it, looked in it.
Yeah, it was nice.
And said no, though.
Said no.
And drove away with what we drove away with. and the right window weren't working. Like, think about that. Like,
yeah.
That wouldn't always be the case. I've been there and have made different decisions where we went and bought the truck, which was above what you thought we was getting paid for a car. But I don't know if you remember, but I called you about the truck and I was like, yo, we got to get this. That's how I was thinking, how nice this car is.
They add those fees and stuff.
I was like, how nice this car is with the kids. And I had all these thoughts as to why it made sense. And it did make sense. It wasn't a bad decision per se, but it did end up being maybe not the greatest decision financially, but the experience we had in it was great until it weren't. You know what I'm saying? But so now I don't think we'll do that.
Yeah, but we're gonna have a problem because the car that I would get would be the car that I have now. I like the Highlander.
So you want a new Highlander?
It's going to be used based on our current situation.
A more current model or something.
I like the way it rides. I really do. But I got to look and see what's out there.
So let me ask you something with that.
Real talk, because I want to see how this ages. Because I believe in what we're doing. So whatever the time period is where we're making money from our podcast and what made it, quote unquote, right? Because it's gonna happen, right? Are you still driving that Toyota?
It depends on my goals.
So they might change when you get some more money.
Well, the next move is I want some land. I've been saying for a while, so I would drive that Toyota until I stack the money to get the land.
So big dreams, because we can see how this age, but big dreams we have, right? So yes, we got a business together, accounting, tax business. We talked about that to some degree. We got our podcast together. Randy's now got another job. I work. Like, we do a lot of things, but we have a big dream that has like materialized in our minds recently out of nowhere. But I really want to do it, which is I want to have a sports complex. I don't know what we call it, whatever, but I really want to be a part of or in something where you can come to our complex and we got at least 2 outdoor fields, soccer fields, and maybe at least a couple indoor fields. And it sounds like a lot, but I've seen in our current, situation where people's taking warehouses and putting fields in there. Like, it's so much you can do with space. So I want a complex. You come in, we got 2 outdoor fields, couple indoor fields. You can get food, good food, some nutrition type stuff. Well, not too much, but like, you can get some information on nutrition. We're serving kind of healthy stuff in there, and it'll be all branded to be ours. And people will pay us to come use it and have games there and tournaments there and trainings there. And it'll be our facility. Yeah. I really want to, I don't know how we're going to do it, but I really want to do that. You know what I mean? I really want to do that. I don't know where we will put it. I've thought about Burmy. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? But something that gives you the outdoor end. But I want the indoor fields to be nice. I know.
That's why I thought I didn't know that you were considering Bermuda for it.
Well, I'm just thinking about, I want to do it. I don't know where I want to put it and everything. It might be here, but I don't know. So we hadn't even got that far. But I had the thought of like, would I want to do it in Miami? Would I want to do something else in Miami? I know I want to do something in Miami. I don't know if it's that. But I do know that's one thing I really want to do. You know what I'm saying? And just knowing how much it would give to kids. And I know with us, I want it to be nice. Like, that's going to be the important thing, the quality of it. When you come there, you're going to feel good. You know what I'm saying? The food's going to make you feel good. You're going to feel like, yes, this is nice. This is thought of. We got good trainers there. Everything down to the referees. Like, everything just feels like you was part of a great experience. You know what I mean? So I really want to do that, So anyway, we could put that on the board and see how we're going to make it work. But the beautiful thing is, we know that when it happens, it's not all because of us anyway. So we just got to be diligent, do our thing, let God do his thing. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't the type of people that think that we're just going to throw it out in the universe and go create it on our own 100%. Nah, we, no disrespect, we give credit to where we believe credit is due. And that's to the person that gives us life and woke us up this morning to breathe. And none of us did anything last night, didn't put anything in the phone, didn't put anything on the alarm system, didn't put anything writing down next to your bed. There was nothing you did last night to help you get up this morning. Nothing. You didn't put no thought in the universe. Nothing. There was nothing you did last night as a human being to control you waking up this morning. The best thing you did was put your alarm clock on with an assumption that you would still be sleeping with a chance to respond to it. So that's why we give credit, because we don't believe that that's by happenstance. And we believe every time that happens, God is blessing you through your sleep and giving you a chance to wake up. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So he's going to help us get there if that's what's meant to be. You know what I'm saying? But we're doing our part. We're going to do even more next year. Meet our ability. Hope everybody does that. Meet your ability next year. Put the work in. It's hard, but put the work in, because you don't want to cheat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. That's all it is. We're not telling you you're not doing enough. We're just saying let the work match the ability, because you deserve that. You deserve that. I don't even remember the guy's name, but there's nothing wrong with being the guy at the barbecue talking about how you used to dunk on guys. But if you deserve to be in the NBA, that's what you deserve. Go get it, because that's what you deserve. That's what your ability calls you to do. Don't cheat it, because you're only cheating yourself, your family, your loved ones, everybody that's around you. And I feel like I've been cheating some people. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I want to fix it. Because what if I'm cheating y'all? Think about it. What if me not addressing that loyal layer, and we'll talk about this more another day, but what if me not addressing the loyal layer has us in a life where we were never maximized as a family because I didn't maximize my own potential? I'm not by myself. Y'all depend on me. Y'all are part of my life. So if we had a chance to have a really, really big house, I know how you thinking about this, but if we had a chance to have a really big house one day in this complex, and it was me addressing the loyal layer that would have got us there, what if you knew that? You might look at it different, like, dang, I really wish he would have addressed that. So I'm saying? But we're not going to let that happen. We're not going to let that happen. Because we about to turn it up in 2024, and we appreciate all three of y'all. I think that was downloading us 30 times over.
Can you stop saying that?
What? What was it? 100?
Just stop.
My bad. 105? My bad. Anyway, I appreciate it.
Because it's like belittling.
No, it's not.
I think it is.
I apologize.
Like our little,
My bad.
Mindset is important.
Mindset. See, I'm not perfect though. And we can leave all of that in there. Because that's how quickly the devil could come in. See how good he is, yo? Just like that. He could just come in, take that away too. Just like that. He could come in and just put a little damper right on you, right in that moment. And I let him. But thank you. That's why I got you. That's why it works though. But I want people to realize that, look, even we about to leave the port in a really good place, but the devil put a little thing, got his little word in, and you said, nah. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. Can I appreciate that. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? But that's why you need somebody to rock with you in your life too, because as you go through the ups, downs, when you're up, who's going to pull you down a little bit to keep you grounded? And when you're down, who's going to let you know that it's not too bad? You need a partner, friend, you need somebody, because life is challenging. Right, Ben? Mm-hmm. Anyway, till next time, make sure you subscribe to Cass. You know what I mean? Make sure we ain't got no Patreon no more, so you can't support us that way. You know what I mean? We got to get back. We'll refresh that in the new year, what we will do with that. But you know what I mean? Follow us on Instagram. You know what I mean? Make sure you we're on YouTube or on TikTok, Quiet Money Podcast. Like, just show us some love, man. We just being 100 and real with you guys and helping you through the ups and downs of life and so many things, because we can do that. You know what I'm saying? We want to hear from you too. So drop comments. Let us know what's going on. You know what I mean? And until next time, we appreciate y'all. Peace.